Mic check.
Yes, you are audible, Dr. Sushma.
Mic check.
Yes, okay.
Should I switch on my camera?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Smriti ma'am.
Good afternoon, Smriti ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alka ma'am. Good afternoon, Manvi ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good to meet you and
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Waiting for Milnalini ma'am. Just a second, ma'am. Kanika ma'am is here. Welcome, Kanika ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Huh?
ये ले लो फोटो. हेलो.
Good
Good afternoon,
afternoon,
Milnalini ma'am.
everyone.
Welcome.
good
Welcome, ma'am.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Waiting for Neelu ma'am.
लास्ट ईयर का भी मैंने लिख दिया तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए.
Welcome, Neelu ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Before we begin our panel discussion, I would like to express my appreciation to all the speakers and team. Let's look forward to a thought-provoking session. Welcome you all. Over to Coordinator Dr. Sushma.
Thank you, ma'am. Life skills empower the mind. Values enrich the soul. Together, they shape not just successful individuals, but responsible human beings. Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to everyone gathered here today for this insightful panel discussion. It is proudly hosted by Hermann Minor Degree College in partnership with Advantage 360 Solutions. As a distinguished member of Hermann Minor Educational Institutes, our college stands as a beacon of academic excellence and holistic development. We are honored to collaborate with Advantage 360 Solutions, an organization renowned for its innovative and inclusive approach to solving educational challenges across the spectrum. I, Dr. Sushma Singh, the coordinator of this session and faculty member of Hermann Minor Degree College, extend my warmest greetings to all and each one of you. Your presence today adds immense value to our collective mission to inspire dialogue, spark ideas, and co create impactful solutions for the future of education. In today's complex world, value based education and life skills are not just add ons, they are vital foundations for your personal growth, responsible citizenship, and lifelong resilience. A heartfelt felt thank you to our principal, Dr. Mukta, for trusting me with this opportunity. And I'm also excited and also extend a warm welcome to all our moderator and distinguished panelists. Thank you for bringing your insight and energy to this conversation. To begin today's panel discussion, it is my privilege to introduce our esteemed moderator, Ms. Smriti Samval. Meet Smriti Samval ma'am, a principal with purpose. Smriti Samval ma'am, she is principal of Mount Letera Z School in Greater Noida. She is a passionate educator with over 10 years of experience in teaching, curriculum design, and school leadership. She is trained in the PYP, that is Primary Years Program. She is a certified IELTS trainer and also a child counselor, blending expertise with empathy. Now, she worked with leading schools with APJ, Presidium, Vigbure High, and the British School of Language, always putting children first through her thoughtful and caring approach. Smriti ma'am believes in empowering teachers with and creating joyful, inclusive classrooms. She mentors educators and inspires them to be their best selves, just as she brings her own energy, warmth, and love of learning into every interaction. Outside school, she is a fitness enthusiast and lifelong learner, making her a role model for students and teachers alike. Welcome, Smriti ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now, our panelists. First, I would like to introduce Alka ma'am. Alka ma'am, inspiring minds and leading the visions, leading with visions. With over 30 years of excellence in English language teaching, Alka ma'am is a highly respected educationist and principal of Air Force Golden Jubilee Institute. Armed with double postgrads in English and education from Delhi University, she nurtured generations of students in top institutions like Army Public School Delhi Cant and Air Force Bal Bharti School. Her leadership in the classroom and beyond is truly remarkable, whether mentoring students in national competitions, guiding school publications, or heading the English department. She is also a CBSE examiner and published author, making her influence felt far and wide in the education landscape. Mrs. Singh, Mrs. Singh's unwavering dedication has earned praise from some of the most esteemed leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and former Education Minister Smriti Zubin Irani ji. She is Not just shaping futures, she is inspiring excellence every step of the way. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, Mrs. Mandvi Tripathi, ma'am. Leading with heart, inspiring with visions. With over 25 years of experience in education leadership, Mrs. Mandvi Tripathi, ma'am, is a powerhouse of knowledge, inspiration, and innovation. Currently, the principal of Lucknow International Public School, she holds a degree in psychology, MBA, and B.Ed, a blend that fuels her dynamic approach to teaching and school leadership. She has left her mark at premier institutions like GD Goenka and Dr. Virendra Swaroop Educational Foundation. Her journey is lined with national awards, 500 plus educational workshops, and major contributions to CBSE programs, skill building, and CSR initiatives. An author, mentor, and motivational speaker, Ma'am is known for nurturing students' potential and empowering educators. Her ability to combine wisdom with warmth makes her a beacon of excellence in educational landscape. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Our next panelist is Dr. Mrinalini, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. A gold medalist and visionary educationist, Dr. Mrinalini, ma'am, brings over 20 years of passionate leadership to the world of learning. Currently serving as principal of Prominent World School, Greater Noida, she holds a PhD degree in education and has led renowned schools like DPS, GD Bhimtal, and Chinmay Vidyalaya with grace and innovation. Her unique blend of Indian values and modern teaching practices nurtures students into well-rounded, confident individuals. Known for
I request,
championing,
sir, can please put yourself on.
Sandeep, will you
Sandeep
please
sir, kindly
mute
mute
yourself?
yourself. Mr. Sandeep, kindly mute yourself.
हाँ वीडियो बन रहा है आपका ठीक है बन गया तो मैंने
I'm so sorry for the disturbance. I'll continue. Her unique blend of Indian values and modern teaching practices nurtures students into well rounded, confident individuals. Known for championing experiential learning, emotional intelligence, and skill based education, she is reshaping how education empowers young minds. With over 40 prestigious awards, including the Global Principal Award, Edupreneur of the Year, and Sustainability Ambassador. Dr. Nranalini is more than an educator. She is an author, celebrated speaker, and a beacon of inspiration in India's academic landscape. Welcome, ma'am. Our next panelist is Ms. Neelu Jala, ma'am. With over 18 years of transformative work in education, Neelu ma'am stands out as a committed leader, teacher, and innovator. Currently serving as principal of Sri Ram International School, Bhiwani, Haryana, she is not just shaping a school, she is shaping the future. A certified CBSE trainer, Harvard certified school leader, and TESOL trained professional, Jola Ma'am has established top tier institutions like GT Goenka Public School. Her vision blends strong academics with emotional intelligence, creating learning environments where students and teachers thrive. Her leadership is backed by rich experience in policy creation, community outreach, and more than just classroom teaching. She is a published author and a powerful force in research based, innovative educational strategies. Ma'am, Ma'am's holistic approach ensures every learner grows with confidence, compassion, and curiosity. Her dedication to education makes her a true catalyst for change and inspiration across the teaching community. Welcome, ma'am. Our next panelist is Ms. Kanika Nikanj, ma'am. As headmistress of the foundational stage at Manav Rachna International School, Mohali, Ms. Kanika Nikanj ma'am brings over a decade of dedication to early childhood education. Though she began her career in radiology, her passion for working with children led her to pursue teaching, earning credentials in NTT, B.Ed, and school leadership. She is a certified UNESCO Cell Master Trainer and an award winning educator known for shaping vibrant, inclusive learning spaces that spark emotional well being and creative exploration. From teacher training to curriculum design, her expertise fuels progressive practices that encourage curiosity and joy in learning. A mentor, blogger, a lifelong learner. Ma'am is celebrated for inspiring both students and educators to dream big and grow with purpose. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sushma.
Welcome, ma'am. Our panelists are happy to respond to all the questions you will ask, but we won't be having a live question answer session today. A feedback form will be shared soon after the session, and I request all of you to please feel free and share your thoughts and questions there. To seamlessly continue our dialogue, I now hand over to our moderator, Smriti ma'am, inviting her to guide us through the remainder of this enlightening session. Welcome, ma'am, and
Thank you
over to
so
you.
much, Shima ma'am, and thank you for this beautiful introduction of all of us. And once again, namaskar and a very warm welcome to all the distinguished panelists, educators, and the participants joined us today for this Shiksha Samvad Ek Nai Soch for the topic how can schools systematically integrate life skills and value based education into their academic curriculum without compromising academic performances. A big thank you to Advantage 360 Solution as well as to the principal madam of our Hermann Minor Degree College for organizing such beautiful session and giving privilege to all of us to share our thoughts together on a platform. And I would say that it's not that we are not acquainted or we are not doing things in our respective educational institutions regarding life skills or values. All of us are into it, but somewhere or the other reiteration, reinforcement is always needed, and it's always good to connect with very learned people and to discuss and ponder as how we can better ourselves. So before I take this entire session forward, I always like to, start on a very lighter note, and I always ask few very interesting questions. So all of us, we know a story of a thirsty crow, right? So if I say that the story is told of thirsty crow to all of you, what do you think are the two best life skills that the thirsty crow has?
Consistency.
Excellent. Consistency. Anybody else?
Never give up.
Never give up. Excellent.
A lot of patience.
Patience. Excellent, ma'am.
He had critical thinking also.
He had critical thinking also. So from a very small story, I would say the first and the foremost thing that the story has is that the crow was self-aware. Self-awareness, which is the most important thing, was present with the crow. He was aware that he was thirsty and he needs to do something about to quench his thirst. And the rest of the things, as you all mentioned, followed up. So, we talk so much about life skills, and, how to manage it. All of us are leading life and we all have the skill set. So, what exactly is a life skill according to all of us? So there are different definitions given by different learned people. Even the World Health Organization has told that life skills are the abilities that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. They are not job specific, academic oriented, or it is not specifically related to any geographical area. It deals with the competencies, how we live, learn, relate, and respond to numerous other things. Most of you are aware that WHO has given us the 10 core life skills, which has got numerous other branches to it, naming self-awareness, which is the most important, empathy, critical thinking, creative thinking, decision-making, problem-solving, effective communication, interpersonal relationship, coping with stress, coping with emotions. So these points are essential to strive, to survive, and definitely to thrive. Now, when it comes to the second part of the discussion would be regarding the values. Values, on the other hand, are the core beliefs that guide behavior like honesty, compassion, respect, responsibility. And values are not taught through textbooks. They are always caught through daily interactions, modeling, and lived experiences. The child might forget theorems and the text, but will never forget how they were treated or how are they treated and what they have observed in adults around them. So life skills and values, what is the difference between both of them? Life skills helps us to navigate life, and values helps us to decide the direction in which to go. Both of the things are very essential, and we need that. We have to have an integrated organic approach to be fabricated into our education systems. We as a country have very strong ethos. We are the country from gurukuls to globalization. In previous times, the students were sent to teachers, to gurukuls, not just to become literate, but to learn life, how to think, live, ethically serve society, and navigate challenges with wisdom. Education was not just about the marks, it was about making a mark. India has always embraced holistic view of education. Over here, I would like to quote, which all of you are very, very familiar of, quote by Swami Vivekananda. Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. But what is the goal of education today? Is it just marks, medals, and rankings? It's a question to all of you. Or should it be about creating emotionally strong, value driven, global citizens who can handle life uncertainties with grace? We are witnessing concerning rise in the mental health issues right from the nascent years, the moment the child comes to us who is 3 years old, and the entire program carries on till the children are in the college or higher education. All of you would agree with me. It's equally important to educate the heart along with the mind. So that is the core responsibility of the educators these days. A teacher once asked a group of sixth grade students to write about a hero in their lives. Most of the children wrote about my favorite hero would always be a fictional Hollywood or a Bollywood. But one little child, and I still remember his name, Arnav, he wrote that my special superhero is name of an ex-student. And why that student is? Because that child helps me with my mathematics and helps me to finish my work timely. So he is my superhero. So that is where the innocence is, and that is where the authenticity is, and that is where the exact life skill is, which is not fictitious, which is dealing with the core, and which is being very, very honest. Again, I would like to quote Swami Vivekananda. We want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, The intellect is expanded by which one can stand on one's own feet. But today, the global and the entire goal of education often seems limited to only talking about marks, equilibrium about scholastic, co-scholastic. The parents are all the time demanding, asking, and I would say they limit the creativity of the teacher to such an extent without focusing on the critical thinking aspect of the child, without even knowing whether the child is happy or not, without working on his emotional intelligence, without even focusing on the basics of the life skills. I'm going to start with the entire discussion with all my very esteemed panelists, but I just want to share one experience with all of you today. That one day I was just sitting down and taking interview of the nursery admissions. So one child entered my office, and without seeing here there, the child started A to Z telling the names of all the countries. A for Argentina, Barcelona, Canada, Denmark, and my jaw dropped and I was like, hold on. So I asked, beta apni nani ka naam batao. The child was quiet. I said, dadi ka naam batao. The child was quiet. So, I looked at the parents and I said, there are certain responsibilities of the school that the school can take up. And there are certain responsibility of a parents that you need to take. We can't teach the child the roots, the name, the relationship that you need to do. A to Z, countries के name, continents के name, हम सब बच्चों को सिखा देंगे, आप फिक्र मत करिए. So, this is how the times have changed, where it is only a fluff and a flash everywhere. And most of us are just not working on the core strength, which is most important to build the child into a global citizen of tomorrow. It is not to make a citizen of India, but to make a global citizen of tomorrow. So let us together explore how we can integrate life skills and value-based education systematically and meaningfully without compromising academic excellence, because when done right, they don't compete, they complement each other. So we are very, very privileged to have a great panel with us who will definitely reflect on many points, educate us, educate me, and how as an individual with our own responsibility of institutions can take care and imbibe these life skills and values. So my first dialogue would be with Mrs. Mandvi Tripathi, who is a highly accomplished educator and an author with over 25 years of leadership experience in a lot of prestigious institutions. She is currently serving as a principal in Lucknow International Public School. So, ma'am, can we see you?
Yeah, ma'am,
Yeah.
sure, you can see me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, the first question is to you, and you would agree all of us are educators and we can just go on and on and on talking, and, it is endless. So this 1 hour which has been given to us can be very, very, I would say, a minicule, and when so many educators are together, we can just talk education and go on and on. So the question to you is, what role can parents play in reinforcing life skills and values at home, and how can schools support this partnership? So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Smriti ma'am, and a big hello to all my co-panelists who are here, ma'am from Air Force School, and the other Mrinalini ma'am, and whatever I can see, lots of people there. And hello to all the faculty who is very patiently listening to us. I know it is an added-on task for you, but then yes, the discussion, whatever we are going to have, is going to leave at least, I must say, one thing, even if you take back and transform, or one thing triggers in you something for a betterment, I think our task will be done. So whatever we are going to talk is related to your students, related to you people, and also to you as a parent, because you all are also parents. So as ma'am said, there is an important role for the parent to play, certainly, because I strongly believe what children learn with joy at home becomes the strength of their character outside. So when children start learning something, So as a principal, I truly believe that the development of life skill and value has never been the core task only to be done by school, which nowadays is I think a blame game, I must say, has started between the school and the parents, that this is your set of responsibility and this is what I'm supposed to do. Most of the parents at times act as if once they have asked the child to enter the school, from nurturing life skills to values, everything is the core responsibility of the school, which is again a wrong notion. It is a joint responsibility of the school and the parent. So you have to see that the qualities that you need to build back at home, I must say that most of the parents, you will very easily see that they make a statement that beta aap sirf padho, you don't need to work, you bring us good result, rest I will see, I will manage everything, which is again a wrong notion. The child from there starts learning taking responsibility. So from small decision making to helping in the household chores is all the responsibility of the child, which should be taught back at home. You should not make the child so comfortable, so much into the comfort zone, so much pampered that the child forgets that he is being prepared for the world. We are not preparing them only for the competitive exams that they have to clear. We are preparing them for what is called a very bigger chapter, life. So everyday life throws a difficult question at us, and unless and until the life skills, the value system is strong, it cannot happen that the child will succeed. I must say that as all schools and as all colleges, I challenge that most of us work for nurturing the IQ of the child. 70% of our work, the way we lead our academics, is related to nurturing the best of brains, not best of individual or a balanced individual. But what we require ultimately is a balanced individual. And as Madam Smriti said, we need assets for the nation, not liabilities. So if a human mind is not empathetic, he or she does not have a good EQ, would not have a balanced AQ, that is your adversity or adaptability question, does not have a good social question, he will never succeed in life. He cannot. Maybe you have a better IQ, but then your success parameter is only on the top when you have a balanced EQ, AQ, and SQ. But are the schools working on this? Are the parents working on this? Parents need to play a very crucial role. They need to observe. They need to tell their children how to respect people. Few days back, I saw a very beautiful video on the Facebook. On the Facebook, the father was telling his, I think, 6 or 7 child that he had a special child in the class and nobody used to wish that child. Everybody used to, ignore that little child. So the father, while going to lead him to the school, was telling him that every day you have to be responsible enough to extend him a helping hand, to say a hello to him, to wave your hands and say a goodbye to him, to help him in anything. That kind of parenting we require. What we require at this time, I say more of school should come out and we should have more parenting sessions. Teach your children little bit of honesty, involve them in household chores, make them responsible for small decision making, make them do little bit of their work even at a very younger stage. आपका बच्चा अगर बहुत छोटा भी है ना, then also you should ask him, wash your socks, wash your school tie, wash your shirt, at least do it with your hands. Keep your shoes at the right place. Put your bag according to the timetable. When the mother is preparing something in the kitchen, the child is not supposed to watch and flip the channels of the TV. You should teach your child to be empathetic by telling him that by the time I am doing this kitchen work, please lay the dining table. Get ready. Are we building that kind of children? But we strongly believe that only academic results can build our children. So we say, beta tum padho, khana main dekh lungi, which is again a wrong approach. Because with these little things that you do with the child at home, you teach him to be more empathetic. You teach him to be responsible. You teach him to grow on his own, make fair decision making, involve them into day-to-day tasks, build a kind of a discipline. In the morning, when he goes to the school or leaves for the college, ask him to do his bed and go. Ask him to bid everywhere, everybody a small gift, a small hug, because that also matters. So these little things, when you ask the child to do, they encourage to build discipline. They teach them management, they teach them how to connect with everybody. All that is very important. It is not only the responsibility of the school. I must say that at the end, I would like to say the parents and school, if they start speaking the same language of empathy, of honesty, of discipline, of respect, the children will not just grow up to be smart, but they will equally grow up to be good human beings. And I believe that is the real success of education, and that is what we need to nurture in them. So on that note, I think I have answered your question, madam. And
Thank you so much. And very beautifully and rightly, you have said that in the entire journey of the student, the partnership of the school and the parent has to be together. It is hands in the same glove. We have to climb rung by rung the ladder without differentiating and without criticizing. We can give a very constructive feedback to each party, but it has to be in an equilibrium where the school supports the family and the family without criticizing the teacher all the time or putting her into the tenterhooks. Work more on the life skills. Pam wants to.
I would just like to add one thing.
Yeah, please
On
go.
the contrary, there should be, as you use the word equilibrium, I duly agree with you. There needs to be a perfect balance between the school and the teachers. The teacher should also not wait for PTMs. There should be a genuine interaction with the parents from time to time. A phone call, not just a phone call to complain about the child, rather to appreciate the little efforts that the parents do as a parent. And also, if a child does something wonderful, do call up parents appreciating their children. Do call up parents appreciating their efforts as a parent, not only to make calls to tell them that yes, your child has done something wrong at school. Those little appreciation notes will, strengthen the bond between the school and the teacher. They will bring you closer to understand the child better. And ultimately, even if it is a school or or I must say, or you as a parent, we both are working together for whom? For one, that individual, one little child whom we want to nurture at the best. So that child is our responsibility. But for that responsibility, we need to shake hands together. We need to bring our hands together, and we need to understand that yes, there will be ups and downs, but if we are together and our mindset and approach matches for nurturing a better human being, we will certainly achieve it. So that's the responsibility of the school also, to learn to appreciate rather to criticize. So that appreciation has to be mutual between the school and the parent. It should be done by both.
Absolutely. So on this note, I think so, ma'am, we both are practicing the same thing, because from my school, I ensure that the teacher gives an appreciation call to the parents, because generally a call comes from a school, a parent thinks कि अब तो कोई शिकायत आएगी, या तो मेरा बच्चा बीमार हो गया है, या तो आज टीचर पक्का कुछ बोलेगी. So at least that fear should absolutely be erased, that the call can be, how beautifully you have plait your child's hair, the tiffin has come very nice. So these kind of gestures can definitely bring lot of difference. And I am going to jump to my second panelist, Mrs. Kanika. And since we know that she is headmistress of a very leading school, and she is taking care of the foundational stage, which is the most important years. And so the question to you, madam, is what role does teacher training play in ensuring that life skills are not treated as optional add-ons, but embedded into daily teaching approach? So over to you, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, Smriti ma'am. Thank you for the lovely introduction. And yes, I totally agree with you that the foundation year is definitely one of the most crucial years in a child's life, because as we all know, even scientifically, the first 6 years of life is the time when maximum neuron formation happens. There's maximum development of the brain, which actually starts from the fetus of the mother only. And this is the time when children are they're like putty, which can be molded into any kind of shape that you would want. You can mold them any which ways. So yes, the inclusion of life skills in the curriculum of children, especially at the foundation stage, should not be as an add-on, but definitely a very integral part of their curriculum. But now, where do life skills introduction or life skills instilling start? It obviously starts from the teachers. Us being a day boarding school, I would say we spend even more time with the students than their own parents do. They spend more waking hours with us than they would do at home. So we take on this huge responsibility of ensuring that the basic life skills of children, especially because they're not living in joint families anymore. There's no dada and dadi, as you had rightly pointed out that aajkal dada dadi ka naam bhi nahi pata hota, leave alone getting any kind of values from them. So since most of the children that we meet these days are coming from these nuclear families, it's so difficult for them, for the parents, working parents, to instill any kind of skills at all, leave alone life skills. So yes, we do take a lot of we take it as an onus, as a responsibility, as partners in education, as partners in development, to ensure children learn these things at school majorly, and of course those are mirrored back at home also, as Mandavi ma'am rightly said, that we need to maintain that equilibrium and have parents as partners in education. So when this whole thing starts from teachers, we feel the first person who needs to be equipped very well and not treat life skill as an add-on, but actually as a part of, as the very fabric of teaching. We make sure that our teachers are trained well for that. And for that, I feel that the emotional intelligence of the teacher needs to be very, very high. Now, finding that whole concept of embedding these ideas into daily life is only when teachers treat teaching as their ikigai. So, ikigai, I'm sure most of you must have read that book, most of us have. Those who do not know, this is a Japanese word, ikigai, which means living for a purpose, finding your intention, finding your purpose in life. So when teachers are trained in a way that they find teaching as their purpose, when especially when they're here in school, and they are then trained further to include life skills